I grew up in Southwest Virginia. My dad was a coal miner. My mom was a seamstress. We didn't have health care. I didn't have health care coverage until I was about 25 years old and went to work at a community clinic. And I remember, think about it, my dad was a coal miner. That's not the safest job in the world. And we lived always in fear of what happens if dad gets hurt, what happens if mom gets hurt. And then there was the day that I ended up in the hospital. I was 12 years old, and they didn't know what was wrong with me. And my mom and dad didn't have paid sick leave either. So they had to take time off from work, taking turns, risking losing their jobs to be there with their kid, and they didn't know what was wrong with me, and they had to take turns missing work to sit with me. And then they had to figure out how they were going to pay that hospital bill. My entire life, I don't remember a time that my parents weren't working to pay some clinic or hospital bill from some mishap. And so it was always a situation where they were trying to pay stuff off, and we were blue-collar working-class people. So I, like Ricardo, like you, I believe that health care should be a basic right that we all deserve. And I don't want another parent struggling to worry about how they get to work and how they're going to take care of their kids when they have a mishap. You know, accidents happen. Things happen. You need to see a doctor. You need to see a nurse. You need to have a provider that's going to take care of you. And you need to make sure that it's not going to take all of your resources and you end up homeless. That happens in this country, and it's wrong. It is wrong. And thanks to you, up and down this state, there has been a mobilization. And I've heard the stories up and down the state of people who come to share their one story. And it's just unbelievable, as Ricardo said, that we could live in the richest state, in the richest nation in the world, and yet people don't have access to health care. That is wrong. That is wrong. And you have come to your state capital to correct a wrong. And we are going to do it. I have never felt so much excitement. I have been a single-payer, universal care proponent for decades. And I know that it has been a long road for those of you that have been fighting to get this done. I saw Sheila Kuehl last night. Mark Leno worked to get this done. And every step of the way, you were there, pushing forward. But now we have momentum. Now we have the success of the Affordable Care Act. We have that to build upon as a foundation to go further. California will not go back. We will not stand still. We are going forward. I have to say, your energy is infectious. That's a good thing. We don't need a nurse for that. You're going to take that over to the state capitol, and when we present this bill this afternoon in the Health Committee, you are going to make your presence known. I just want to say thank you. On behalf of that little kid 50 years ago that was in a hospital and my poor parents, I want to thank you. This is a dream come true for me. I don't know how Ricardo feels. Well, actually, I think I do. When you work hard all your life, as you have done, and you get to a moment where you can make a real difference in the lives of individuals, this is that moment. And so I have nothing but gratitude, appreciation for the opportunity to stand with you, and we would not be able to do this if you were not here today. So your being here makes a difference. We are going to make a difference. We are going to take this momentum and this energy over to the Capitol, your state capitol. This is your state. That is your capital. And we are going to convince my colleagues that this is the right thing to do. And you have made that possible. You have made that possible. So I thank you. Now, I will say, and I think you know this, I know your profession. My sister's a nurse. My mother-in-law's a nurse. You're tenacious. You don't give up. And we're going to make this happen. When my colleagues looked at Ricardo and I think there was a moment where they said, really? You don't really think you're going to get this done, right? You're just playing to the base. And I'm like, no, I don't do bills that I don't intend to get done. That is not the way I do things, and that is certainly not the way Ricardo Lara does things. We are serious. We're going to do this, and we're going to be able to do it because you're here today. So, what are we going to do? We're going to go get this bill done every step of the way. Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right. I'll see you at 1:30. Thank you. Thank you.